Good evening. I wanted to take a quick moment to show you my completed living room, dining room for Christmas 2018. This is Designs by Mechelle, and I have been bringing you Christmas videos for approximately, I believe, 10 years. And I so appreciate all of those of you who continue to watch my videos. Each year I work really diligently to do something new and different that will capture you and maybe teach you something new, or at least inspire something new at the very least. This is my live Christmas tree for the year, and I always put it in this place in my foyer, but we flocked our tree on our own this year, and we used a product called, if I recall correctly, Santa's Best. And it was a super easy process. Simply spray your tree with your hose outside and then start sifting on this flocking product, which I think, like I said, turned out absolutely fabulous. There's a realisticness to it, and you can see as I touch it, it stays on there, which is really a nice touch. It is biodegradable. It doesn't harm the environment, so we did it outside. I will say we've had a lot of rain, and it didn't wash it away quite to the degree I thought it would. But nonetheless, I am really thrilled with the product. And like I said, we got it through Amazon, came quickly. I believe 25 pounds was like $30, maybe 40. Well worth every cent, because I'm going to take a moment to show you the other items in the house that are fake, and we flocked as well. So this will go away. I put our lights on first, and I've got my bright chandelier on right now, but we put our lights on first, and so the flocking went over it. Will it wreck the lights? Most likely. I think that will be just one of our purchases for next year, but I didn't want the green strands being the predominant feature of the tree. So I chose, as you can see, to use the golds, the silvers, the champagnes. Everything really pops with the white background. And let me tell you, I've just had my whole family here for Thanksgiving weekend, and everybody was saying that this is their favorite tree that I've done thus far. So hopefully you're all enjoying this. And I'm going slowly, and I'm trying to kind of span in and out so that you can see the depth of the tree and just how I've hung different elements on the tree. This is a wispy branch, and I use these on several different limbs just to kind of give it that drapey, I don't know, out in the forest, just encrusted in ornaments and jewels. And these are always some of my favorite, these snowflakes right here. They are like a really high-end, gosh, I want to say like a plexiglass, but they catch the light so beautifully. And then coming down here, and I always take oversized ornaments and try to stuff them deep in the tree, so that as you look across at the tree, lots of us forget that the tree, most of us get at least a 180 of the tree, maybe more than that for some of you. My tree is a full 360, and so even though that's the back wall, as you ascend the stairs, you continue to get to see the tree. And so I definitely always try to get all the way behind the tree. So I'll back up a little bit and show you the rest of the house, and I'll turn off the lights in the end. But if I walk really far back, this is the view from my kitchen looking back into the foyer. And we did up on top, we just did a simple 3-tree setup with a bunch of wrapped gifts up here. And I just wrapped them, went and got some nice wrapping paper. Actually, these have been wrapped since last year, but I just put some fake snow, and it looks really pretty looking back from the kitchen, as well as descending the stairs. And then, you can see these beautiful ornaments again, just cascading, dripping off the tree. And then as you come down here, I did something a little bit different in my living room, dining room. I moved my piano to the other side of the room, and I had those chairs reupholstered last year, but I really like the look of just the table itself. I think it has a beautiful, I think it's called a trestle at the bottom there. I think that's beautiful woodworking and architecture, I guess, and I like to show that off, so I just put the chairs on either side. Of course, for dinner, we had 15, so we brought in all the regular chairs, but for daily display, I only put those out. And I got some of these as a gift from my mother-in-law, and some I purchased on my own, but these beautiful crystal trees. And so again, you'll see elements that I use, like this beautiful champagne poinsettia was also in my tree, and you'll see in a minute it's on my piano. And then I did a very simple, just very few risers used in here, but just a really simple, but I felt super elegant vignette here on the table. And these are Harry Slacken candles that I got this year from QVC, which you see them this way. They are absolutely stunning. And the flickering of the candle inside, and they have that like a amber glow inside, which I love. But then I was going to show you, I did flock my garland around the tree, and so that is that's a fake garland. It was just an older garland that we had, that we thought, you know what, if we don't like it, no harm, no foul. But it actually turned out beautiful, and we just framed our window. And then you can see I always pull in additional greens and sprigs to kind of give it a little bit more life and a little more movement. And again, when I turn off the lights, you'll be able to see just the beautiful wintry glow that provides. And you can see the reflection from my window too, looking into my home. It really is probably not translating as well on this video as I'd like, but it has turned out just beautifully. All right, and here is my my little electric fireplace in this room for just an additional heat, but I just added a nice chair, and then these are trees that I've had for a long time now, but I put some fairy lights, and so they glow really softly. But this I just did some, keeping with the frosted theme, I did some nice silver orbs that are Valerie Parhill, QVC, but also added the fairy lights, and I inserted the fairy lights inside those trees too. And so I'll back it back up and you can see that. And that turned out nice and simple. And then here is, oh, my nutcracker. I love him. I got him also through QVC. You know my love of QVC. And I got him, I believe, last year. But this is just a simple fake faux, if you would like to consider it that, tree that I flocked as well this year. And I keep saying and I cannot discount that my husband was an integral part of my decorating process this year. He is fabulous with helping me. And we've done this for so many years now that he knows what I'm thinking before I even think it. And he gathers, we have bins and bins of Christmas up in our attic, and he gets it all prepared for me. He'll order the flocking like he did this year. He does all sorts of the grunt work for me. And I hope all of you have a partner when it comes to the decorating of your tree, because it really just helps out immensely. But here are these gorgeous crystal picks that I put in here, as well as, of course, adding the nice silver sprigs popping out of there. Of course, we have all the different ornaments. This is my Santa tree, and so I've added some of the Santa ornaments that I've had for years and years. I actually think that is of one of our local boutique stores, Pottery World, and then come back and I've added some more sprigs, and then the beautiful just beaded garland is in there. But when you go to flock the tree, you just need to make sure you get deep in the tree so that it doesn't get too dark on you. You want to be able to not feel like it's just on the tips of the tree. And then, of course, down here I've also wrapped more gifts and just placed them under the tree. And some of those are these beautiful metal Christmas gifts, and then add a few stars tucked in there. And then over here, I have a beautiful little reindeer set up. But here's something that I did this year on my dining room table. Whoops, we don't want to see that in the background. Let me come this way. There are some of those champagne poinsettias that I've told you about, how I've infused throughout my decor. But let me back up on the piano. We moved the piano to this side of the room, so when you enter the front door, I think piano keys, and ours happens to be a baby grand in a black lacquer that I really love. And if I come up closely, I added these beautiful frosted candles. If I get up close, they look really yellow in the video here, and they're not that yellow, but they have almost like a birch finish to them. But then I did all these pretty sprigs, these gilded pine cones and sprigs across the piano, which is super dramatic. It's kind of austere comparatively to the rest of my house, but I love just the simple glistening and sparkle against that black lacquer. And again, when I back up and you see the tree and the piano like this, and this is your entry into my house, it's really quite lovely. I'm very pleased. And so I'm going to turn off a few lights for you, and as I walk over here, I'll show you just a little entryway piece that I have also. Some simple candlesticks. I wanted a little bit of color brought in this year, so I put these kind of aqua ornaments in a crystal bowl. How simple was that? Again, I haven't really purchased much of anything this year. I always like to utilize gifts that are given to me. I host Christmas parties every year, and people are always really generous and buy me these wonderful gifts. But that is really pretty like that. Very simple, very elegant. And look at that reflection that you're getting in the mirror of my Christmas tree. That's really pretty. So this is kind of a lovely view. So let me go ahead and turn off some of these lights. I often get scolded for not having enough light in my videos, but I wanted you to see it that way first. And then you can see how pretty this tree is, all illuminated in the evening. And then going up my stairs, I have these gorgeous sconces. That one's kind of going dark on me. But they are these crystal sconces that look beautiful. So, and finally, I want to get over here and show you up on top of my front door again, how pretty that looks. And so those windows go out to the front yard, and so you are greeted with lights as you walk up to the front door. And then I'll come back to the dining table, And so it just, like I said, it glows, especially with those candles flickering, and you get this whole ice tree effect. And I am really pleased this year with the simplicity yet the elegance of what I've done here. And again, I think anybody who is hoping to mimic any of the tablescapes or any of the design I've done, it'll be really easy for you. Sometimes just a simple bit of inspiration is all we need. And then again, I'll come across here, and this is just the nighttime view. I'm going to turn off this light for you too, because this is really pretty from afar with this turned off. Look at how, oh, see, you can see the glistening with that crystal lamp. Whoops. That looks really pretty. And then I come back to my tree that again we flocked on our own. Isn't that just beautiful? I just love the glow. And then I'll come back here. And one thing I did forget to show you is I did decorate my chandelier with a simple winter sprig, but I'll turn the lights back on for that. But let me back up this way so you can see the top of the piano again. Isn't that beautiful? Just the reflection from the high gloss, that high lacquer. As you come this way and coming down my stairs, seeing that. That's really pretty. And I'll finally end it with wrong light. This is going to burn your eyes, sorry, but up on my chandelier, I did do, isn't that pretty? I added all those sprigs to it, and it goes all the way up. And that was a nice touch that you see more with the lights off, obviously. But again, thank you so much for watching Designs by Mechelle. I have many other videos from years past, as well as some really fun Halloween videos. I've already posted a video of the decorating of my father's Christmas tree that I did early in the year, but I am a huge proponent for decorating early so that you can enjoy all your labor and hard work for a solid 6 weeks. That's my goal always each year. Thank you so much for watching Designs by Mechelle. Happy decorating, happy holidays, and please stay tuned for videos of the rest of my home.